I'm Leslie Tompkins. I'm a writer for big Hollywood movies.
Francis Jock is my name.
All right.
It's a French origin for any of those who are wondering. I get that a lot.
Okay. Well, how did this film come about?
Leslie likes to tell a little bit different story, but actually I was mowing my yard.
Actually, we were at Burger King, and I saw some of them commercials with the little mask, and I was thinking, you know, I could make a movie. I could write something like this. So it's kind of about a movie of royalty meets, you know, kind of the old country town kind of stuff. So it's a period piece, and I like a good drama. And
Adventure is and I just think Leslie did a wonderful job with the titling of the film. It's just so simple yet complex. The film came about when I was on a trip to China by myself. Leslie likes to think of it as really his idea, but I gave him the idea. I was actually studying with some Tibet monks. I'm not sure if that's in China.
First, well, we had Johnny Bronco's Wonderland Adventure, and then we had A Wives' Tale, but we think that was a book. I don't really know. So we went bounced around with that. We kind of just settled on the adventure because when we made this movie, we thought, you know, it's an adventure. So why get complicated? You know, I think of business now so complicated. People just crazy titles. You know, Star Wars, Star Trek. You know, Trek Across. You know, none of it makes sense to me. I don't know what a Trek is, but I know what adventure is, and I do know that.
Once I got that idea, this was going to be big. It was going to change. It was going to change things forever, because nothing like this had ever been done before. The reason I wanted to do adventure with Leslie, because he's been my best friend since I was probably in the womb, actually, because our mothers were best friends.
Actually, crop dusting. If you want to know, my dad's dad was a crop duster, and man, he
in Moscow?
They have crops there. I'm looking at a map from once. Gosh. And he was crop dusting, and you know, one day he was dusting the crops, and his plane crashed, and he was killed in it, and so what was I talking about?
I just really want them to go to that world that we've created in adventure. We got people like James Cameron creating worlds for like the movie Avatar, but that's a piece of crap. This world in adventure is, you can just get sucked into it and you might actually die. Why so much money for a short film? You guys spent over $75 million for essentially a 6-minute movie.
Catering, because you got to keep the talent happy. If you know, and there's only so many ho-hos and ding-dongs and bing-bongs and Swiss cake rolls they can eat. What do you say to your critics who accuse you of being one of the worst producers around?
They said that.
I think we've done really well. I think we're real excited. You know, it may not get released, but you know, you win some, you lose some. You know, whatever. You know, bird in the hand's worth, you know, two in the baby in the bathwater, you know. So, with a movie like this, how do you feel about being known as the producer of one of the worst movies ever made in the history of film?
If by worst you mean best movie ever made in the history of film,
well, we had Matthew McConaughey, we had Jessica Alba, Jessica Simpson, Jessica Biel, Jessica Rabbit. We had every Jessica that there was. We put them in there, and we were looking for leading roles, and I was wanting to get that guy who was in, he's in Philadelphia, Forrest Gump. He's that star. He's in Bosom Buddies. What was the TV show? What was his name? Rick Moranis. We got to try to get him, but he couldn't do it. He didn't make that much money. But we got the guy who's in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
The main star I wanted to be was Dog the Bounty Hunter, because if you ever seen Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's gonna get you. There's no hiding from the dog, and that's kind of the sense I wanted the viewer to have when they're watching this complex character. Like, there's no getting away from him. There's no getting away from the dog. But also, that kind of fell through because he has a job. Yeah, whatever. Chris Angel came up and talks. Gene Simmons. All these people from A&E. Hello, I am acclaimed adventure producer Francis Jock.
And I'm writer of adventure, Leslie Tompkins.
This is a big day for us because this movie has been in the works for, I'd say, 17 years.
Oh, at least.
At least. This is a really big moment for us.
And part of which we're actually being sued for like $500 million, and we're right now in some another country we can't really tell because the authorities are want to sue us or whatever. So, but we thought we would go ahead and release
viral marketing, you know.
Oh yeah, grassroots, you know, getting to the people. Our movie for you to see.
Adventure. The fans have been demanding it, and we finally
both of them. We've gotten emails. So,
and finally, we're gonna release it to you, the people. But quick word of warning.
Yes.
After Steven Spielberg dropped out of the project, and he conned us out of most of our money, we had to get someone else to direct it, and
we actually couldn't find anybody, so we just took like a camera and just kind of duct taped it to a kid, and
I think her name was Lucy.
I don't remember, but she just kind of ran around. We threw some Tootsie Rolls, and she just ran the direction we wanted her to, and that's kind of how we filmed it. But we didn't.
I think she had a lot of vision, actually, for a 9-year-old.
I think it kind of covered one of her eyes, so her vision wasn't too good with the tape. But she's fine now. Parents didn't care. The eyebrows gonna go back, so it's good. But the only thing, the battery did die while filming. So.
Well, that's kind of my fault too. With the $75 million budget that we had for this 6-minute movie, I actually forgot to buy a professional camera. And we had to use a handy cam. What are you gonna do? You know? So we had to use a handy cam, and I actually forgot to charge it. And we just decided to film in one day with all those big actors, and we forgot. And we forgot to charge it. So without further ado,
get your 3D glasses ready. Get your popcorn. You don't really need a big bag.
Get ready.
Just like a handful would do.
Get ready to go on an adventure.
Oh, yes. I hope you enjoy.
Without further ado, here's the film.
There you go. Enjoy.
Hey, how do I know when to come out?